what's up, you guys? Today I bring one of those topics in which I get into a little reflective mode or just thoughtful mode, and I just share with you guys how I feel about certain things. And today's discussion will be on, I don't know if this happens to you guys or if this has happened to you when you were around my age, which is 20s. And you probably experienced it differently if you did not spend that time surrounded by people, or you moved out but you still kept in touch with people. And then this age of social networks makes it easy to know what everybody is up to, whether you care about them or not. And this is going to be how I feel about the folks around me, around my age, who are getting engaged and or married. First and foremost, a little part of me does feel jealous because I'm one of those people who I am a firm believer in love. I want to be married. I want to have a stable relationship. I want to have a home. I want kids. And I just want to have a solid relationship with a man. I don't know if it's because I yearned that since I missed out on what a man is from my father's side. Like, I had no man in my life. With my boyfriends, I did experience that struggle of, I would expect for them, I guess, to treat me the way that a father would, and I didn't know that until I started dating. Like, they helped me realize that, hey, I'm not your daddy, I'm supposed to be your boyfriend, da-da-da-da. In a sense, when I hear the word marriage and try to apply it to me, I'm very worried, I'm very scared, because I feel like I won't be enough. But at the same time, I feel like I have matured and I just know the difference, and I have let go of my past to where the way I manifest presently is in no way what a little girl who is fatherless behaves like. And of course, I do feel bummed out because ideally I want to be on a marriage and solid relationship and have kids while I'm a little young, because, you know, physically I can take the pressure of pregnancy and having a kid, and my energy levels are certainly, you know, decent. It is rare that I'm too dead tired to not do something. So I feel like I'm at an optimal age to be having kids. But if I analyze the social aspect of it, the political aspect of it, and the financial aspect of it, I am in no way ready for it. So I don't feel jealous about the folks who are getting married now, because some of them are in no better condition than I am. But it does bum me out when in my relationship I may be looking forward to being ready for that and I want to have the discussion of marriage, but I would hate it if I started to have that discussion, which I've done it before, and stuff like I'm not prepared or I'm not interested, da-da-da-da, comes up, because I'm like, wait, why are you not interested? Because I'm not good enough, or because you're just not ready? So the fact that I feel like I'm not moving in the direction to where that's supported, it bums me out, because I feel like there's something wrong with me, even though I know there's nothing wrong with me. Like, I do think of myself as wife material, not to brag. It's just that since it's something very important to me, very sacred to me, something that I take very seriously, I don't want to rush into it. And I want for myself to be emotionally, mentally, and spiritually ready for it. And at the same time, I want to make sure that my guy is on my same page, because if I'm going to get married to someone who I cannot have a conversation with, or I cannot be myself around, or they don't care about satisfying me, or how I feel, or just things like that, you know, like very often than not, people just don't get what relationships are. They don't get that it's a bond between two people, and both people have to be feeling happy and satisfied. Let it be emotionally, physically, financially, intimately, whatever. Both parties need to be happy, or shit will simply not work. Most people are too self-absorbed to understand that and accept that. So because I accept that and I understand that, That's why I'm not married, because I see my other friends jumping into that boat, and then online they express things about things that their boyfriend or girlfriend does that annoys them. And I'm like, you clearly aren't ready to tie the knot. If you feel compelled to be airing your dirty laundry, you should not be getting married. I don't want to be that person. I don't share a whole lot about me on social networks anyway when it comes to a relationship. But I'm just saying, those are the things that I've observed that make me not feel jealous that other people are tying the knot and they're my age and I'm not. What does make me jealous is the people who are prepared and they're there. And I feel overwhelmed that I feel like I'm falling behind sometimes, because I'm like, oh, it is possible to have your life sorted out in your early 20s and to also be living in perfect harmony with another human being and to tie the knot and live together and create that future. Like I said, if I had to ultimately cast my vote, if I'm jealous of the folks around me getting married, I will say no. Ask me 5 years from now, or 5 years from now, I may revisit this video and then I'll let you know how I feel then, because I do feel like within 5 or 7 years, I should be coming closer to getting married, and it's a more ideal age. Like, I'll be nearing my 30s, and it just, in my mind, I have always said that by age 28, that's when I want to have that part of my life sorted out. I want to be in a good relationship. I want to be married by then, possibly expecting my first child. Because I feel like, I have lived a good chunk of my youth, but I still have a good, considerable amount of youth left to start parenting, initiate a family and home, and my energy levels are present now. But I feel like in your 30s, you start going through physical changes, mental changes. I mean, those happen all the time. But I am saying that it will be significant to where your productivity will be affected and stuff like that. I'm not in my 30s, so I don't know. But from what I can predict, from what I have observed in other people, from what other people have shared with me, that's the conclusion that I can draw, and it makes sense because I know that some of the flexibilities that I had when I was just a few years younger. So I do know what those changes are like. But anyways, you guys, I hope I made myself clear. I know that I started off informative, then a mini rant, then probably advising, and then just my feelings. But that's truly how I feel. I'm not sure what inspired this question, because this has been in my clipboard for quite some time. I feel like I remember being on Facebook. That's why I referenced Facebook a couple times. And I just know that a bunch of girls have been posting about, they got proposed to and they said yes and da 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 da. And I'm like, that is so not going to be me. Because my boyfriend, for example, he is definitely not thinking about that, not on that page. And I do think about it. But since I know that he's not thinking about it, then I try to not think about it, to not create expectations and disappoint myself miserably and stuff like that. But at the same time, even if he were to propose, I feel like I don't have much to offer him yet. And I want to be in a better shape to where, even though I do that now, which is I give a good chunk of energy and passion and attention to the relationship, because he is overwhelmed with his stuff, then I don't want to feel like I'm the one putting all the effort and he's not caring. And sometimes I do feel like that, because it's probably the way I'm wired as a woman. I'm just a more emotional, sensitive person, but I have learned to control that and to not let that get in the way. And that's really the way that my current relationship has survived, because it's been challenging. It's been the one relationship that I've been serious about. My first relationship was, you guys know, as a teen. So it really didn't have much of a future, especially given our circumstances. My second relationship, I completely just was not into it. I knew that it wasn't gonna work, but at least I wanted to try, because what if it did work? But it served as an experience to not get involved in something that simply has no future. Just cut it off as soon as you can. That really finalizes my thoughts and inputs on this. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you see where I'm coming from? Can you relate? Do you have any advice for me? Something that you really want to roast me on? Go right ahead and let me know, because this is one of those topics that I love. You guys know that I love talking about relationships and love and whatever. And maybe in the future, I'll make a more spiritually inclined video that I think it's gonna be pretty nice. It's gonna be pretty nice, but I need to put my thoughts together for that one. So anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I have been enjoying reading your comments on other videos I've made. You guys have been teaching me a lot more than I could have anticipated learning in this short time. So keep it coming, and know that I appreciate and love every one of you, especially those of you who make me laugh. Anyways, guys, as always, see you soon.